this week's watercolor how-to art tip, we're going to use the dot and pull method to colorize a previously done ink drawing of some geraniums. So for this, what I'm going to use is some kind of tea-strength quinacridone rose in Purell Red by Daniel Smith. And I'm going to put dots of paint down at tea-strength, and then I'm using the side of my brush to pull the dots out a bit to get more of a big shape. So you can see when I put the dots down, my brush is very vertical, and then I use the side of the brush to pull those out a bit. What it does is it allows me to save some of those sparkling whites at the top of the flowers so that they feel like they're really sunlit. So I'm going to blend in some of those colors a little bit. And then I'm going to thicken my paint a bit and dot in some darker color while those puddles are still wet so that those dark tones flow up. So I'm painting the dark tones at the bottom where the sun doesn't reach so that we get a nice soft blend of dark, medium, and light tones. And remember to save some of the edges to be white. And then blend in a random way, kind of blend some of the shapes together, but remember to save some white sparkles. I'm just going to continue this process, put the dots down and then pull it out with the side of the brush until I'm happy with the shapes. So the idea is to get medium, light, and dark. And then fun thing to do is splatter a little bit and get some random application and then pull those dots out as well. Now move down into the foliage and area, and there are some sort of blue-violet flowers. So I'm using a combination of lavender, which is an opaque pigment by Holbein, and cobalt blue-violet, which is a transparent color by Daniel Smith. I'm first putting the lighter tone down, and now I'm going to dot in some dark tones with the cobalt blue-violet and just let them blend together, and so I get a variation of value in those flowers as well. I'm going to do the same thing with the foliage. I'm using Cascade Green mixed with that cobalt blue violet just to knock it back a little bit so it's not so bright. Now these are big dots, so I'm going to put the darker color a little bit stronger, and then again I'm going to pull out the edges with the side stroke. Very similar, we're just using bigger dots, and then we're going to create a sense of foliage. Later I bring in some New Gamboge as well by Daniel Smith, but this is the final painting of the geraniums. So thank you so much for watching. This is Colleen Reynolds with your watercolor how-to art tip using the dot and pull method on colorizing an ink drawing.